You know you're in trouble when an illegal alien from Turkey is more concerned about American border security than all the officials in charge of the American border actually are. Watch.
Did you have to pay a cartel?
Yes,
How much?
around 10,000.
10,000?
Yes. In fact, the American people is right, completely true. Who come into this country, they don't know. Well, okay, I'm good, but how if they're not good? How they killer, psychopath, else? No guarantee of that. Why, no security, no security check, no background check.
No security check, no background check. You're worrying about who's crossing the border?
Yes. Of course, me, because I'm like, people are not look normal.
No, it's that Alejandro Mayorkas and all of his top advisors know all of the stats and all of the data, and they probably know far more about it than even we do about just how bad things really are, because imagine how much they're still hiding from us. It's that they know, and they don't care, because they have ulterior political motives, and keeping Americans safe is not high on that list, if it even appears anywhere outside of a good-sounding talking point. So welcome to America, buddy. You'd probably be safer in Istanbul. Especially after listening to the nonsense Democrat Senator Chris Murphy of Connecticut was spewing all over the Senate floor. Take a listen to this whopper.
The facts are this. Whether you choose to want to believe the facts or not, that is not my decision. It is your decision. But immigrants commit crimes in this country at a rate lower than natural-born citizens. You may not believe that if you watch Fox News every night, but I hate to tell you, it is the truth. So if you want a safe town or a safe neighborhood, you're better off. You are statistically safer if you have immigrants.
So he's purposely using the word immigrant here while talking about border security, meaning that he's trying to conflate thoroughly vetted immigrants who want to become Americans with all the unvetted illegals pouring through the southern border. He also doesn't elaborate on what he means by natural-born citizen either. In a context like this, the left would like to have images conjure up in your mind of scary white Christian conservatives living in middle America, killing everybody. When that's not who's committing all the violent crime in the worst of places like Chicago, Oakland, or New Orleans. So maybe Chris should be a little more honest about which groups he's actually comparing and how decades of mass immigration has worsened that very situation. He also lives in a wealthy white neighborhood because he would obviously never move his family next door to a migrant shelter. All the rapes, assaults, robberies, DUIs, and other fun stuff diversity brings with it are for regular people to deal with, not this highfalutin, fancy pants Democrat senator from Connecticut or his family. He's got elections to win and donor dollars to collect. He doesn't have time to navigate the drug-infested streets and to dodge bullets on his way to work. Again, that's for us normies to deal with. And while we deal with it, he'll keep using skewed numbers and rigged statistics to gloat about how things are so much safer now that the proportion of natural-born citizens is diminishing. And that's the real rub. As Orrin McIntyre from The Blaze puts it, nothing demonstrates the failure of quote-unquote rationalistic and neutral managerial governance quite like justifying the replacement of your own citizens with immigrants because Cook statistics say they're better people, end quote. Thanks, Chris. Just tell us you hate us next time. It would save you a lot of breath. And while he does that, let's return to one part of the crime aspect that Senator Murphy would like to have us ignore, and that is drug trafficking. Funny how the drug problem and fatal overdoses plaguing American cities have only reached such massive heights since the border crisis became so severe. But per Chris Murphy, our drug problem should have been much worse when we had less illegal immigration and more natural-born citizens in the country because they commit more crimes, he says. Unless, of course, he's lying to us, which of course he is. For as long as drugs have been a problem in our nation, going back at least to the 60s and 70s, the border has always played a role in it. And now the crisis is at a fever pitch.